Hey everyone, so I'm pretty bored sitting in my room right now, and I realized that my video that has the most views ever is me and my boyfriend, the boyfriend tag. So I figured you guys would really like to see my boyfriend, or me and my boyfriend, or just how we are with each other. And so I thought I would tell you a little bit about how I met my boyfriend, you know, our story, how we got together and all that, because that's, I feel, more a part of you getting to know me on a personal level. And I want to know your stories too, like if you've been with somebody or you just got with somebody, or if you want to get with somebody, you know, tell me, let me know, let me in on the scoop, because I love the scoop. But anyways, it was in 10th grade, and well, in the 9th grade I had saw a video of him playing guitar, and I saw him and I was like, I'd date that guy. Like, he was just like the type of guy that I wanted to date. Like, he just had the hair I liked, he was like tan, and you know, he played guitar. So I was like, yeah, I'd date him. Like, if I was a guy I would date, it would be him. So that was 9th grade. Never thought anything else about it. Never dated anybody, really liked anybody, because I never really like anybody. I never open up to people or get to know them. You know, if someone's cute, cool, they're cute, I don't really care. So since I thought he was cute, you know, I've never really cared, never really noticed him till that video and thought he was cute, but I just moved on, whatever. Well, then in 10th grade, I walk into my 10th grade class and he's in there. I didn't really notice it was him, but then my friend was like, oh my gosh, he's in your class, he's so cute. And I was just like, oh really? And she's like, you're so lucky he's in your class. And then I looked at him and I was like, that's the guy from the video. She was like, oh my gosh, he's in your class. So then I was like, wow, he's in my class, like this must be a big deal. So I would always like stare at him, which is kind of embarrassing, when the teacher would be talking, and I would just think that he looks so good. And I'm like, how can somebody look so good? Like, I don't even know. If my dad's watching this, he's probably like, I don't want to hear about this. But this is what really happens. So anyways, I always like, obviously was attracted to him. I didn't know him, but we were completely different scenes. Like, I was so shy, reserved, unknown, smart little girl, and he was like this big, popular, party-going type, had all these friends, you know, whatever. So he was like social, loud, whatever. So opposite for me. I never thought that we would ever be together, or never even thought about it. I just thought, you know, he's cute, whatever. Well, I guess he had an interest in me also because he started to talk to me, and he would like wave at me from across the room, or he would come talk to me before the bell rang, and then he'd go to his seat, and you know. And then we'd do like group projects, and he'd always be like, let's get Tabitha in our group. Tabitha, you need to come be in our group. And you know, of course I'm not going to make the initiative to go in his group, so him inviting me was always nice. And then he wanted me to sit by him. He wanted me to move my seat to sit by him, and he would always want to talk to me, but I would never know what to say. Like, I'd freeze up when he talked to me, but there would be so much that I'd want to say to him, but I didn't know what to say. I was just so shy. Like, he would talk to me and be like, oh, well, I guess you're not saying anything, so I'm going to go back to my seat. And I'd be like, no, I'll go back, I just don't know what to say. And then one day he asked for my number, and I just wanted to like scream inside so loud. He asked for my number. I was so excited. Well, then he said he would text me. He didn't text me for like a few days, and then one night I'm sitting in my room and I get a text and it says, hey. And I'm like, who is this? He says, David. And I'm like, so I had to text my friend. I was like, guess who just texted me? David, blah, 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 blah. I was just so excited. So I was just like, oh, hey, you know, trying not to act so excited. Like, it was just a casual thing. And, you know, so we would text and stuff. And then in class he would see me, and I would not say like anything. And then he'd be like, you know, it's weird that you talk to me so much on text, but then you don't know what to say to me in person. And I was like, I really just don't know. I'm so sorry. Like, all this. Well, then he always would ask me, you know, how those things go. Ask who you like, who you like. And of course I wouldn't be like, oh, I like you. So I'd just be like, I don't know, it takes me a while to like really get to know someone and like them. Obviously I had already liked him, but I just was saying that. So then he asked me again like a couple of days later, and then finally he was like, well, you know who I like? And I was like, who? And he said, you. And then I was like, well, okay, well, really, I like you too. So then I told him that. And he told me that he wanted to date me, and I was like, well, I'd never had a boyfriend, honestly. He's my first boyfriend, my first official boyfriend. And a lot of people will say that's crazy because we've been together for 4 years, and they say that I should like go out and get more boyfriends and have more experience. But I don't really care that he's the only person that I've ever dated. So I told him that I would date him if he met my mom first, because it was just really important for me that he meet my mom. You know, she wasn't used to me dating anybody. I never had. I didn't want to just show up and be like, hey, I'm dating this guy. So I wanted her to meet him first and get used to the idea that I might have a boyfriend, which was new to me. So he was like, okay, I'll meet your mom. So he came over to my house and he met her and they talked and he met everybody. And then he texted me. He was like, so are we dating now? And I was like, yeah, I guess. So we've been dating ever since, and that was October 12th, 2008 at 3:48 p.m. I believe was the time. He told me that it was the time. So that is our little story. We've been together ever since. You know, of course, you have your ups and downs, your fights, your everything, your hard times, your great times, your sweet times, all that, you know, basic relationship. But I just figured you guys would be really interested in that because you seem to really like the me and my boyfriend video, which I thought was funny. So here's our little story, how we met, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and I would love it if you guys like left me comments or told me your stories below or in a message or anything. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.